Okay, guys, I'm gonna draw this cute little guy, Gohan. He's the son of Goku, and you can post the video now if you wanna try it out yourself. All right, I'm just gonna move it out of way. Um, okay, to think about the drawing, first you need to understand the concepts of visual language. The visual language is the fundamental of visual language is about shapes. So you have uh, sh basic shapes, and then you combine them. They become forms, right? Just think about the shape, right? You combine and become basic forms. A circle, it's a bit tricky. You just, if you want to show, you need to give a bit of shade. You can also give shade for different planes too, but it's generally not necessary to show the forms because we kind of like use the imagination to fill the gaps. Okay, we imagine this. It's a combination of two triangles, but our head just do the rest of the work. Imagine this. It's a form of pyramid. So that's the language of, and then that's a very fundamental element of visual language. And then once you combine the different forms and the layers of shades in different colors, you get the next level. It's no longer drawing; it becomes painting. So visual language is huge. You can argue that the sculpture is also part of visual language, three-dimensional. Anyway, let's start with so the whole idea is you don't want to be a typist. You want to be the writer who can use the words to express your ideas and not typing out letters. So we don't want, when we draw, we don't want to draw to copy the outlines like that, right? We don't want just like do all the outlines and eventually, and then you do the coloring. That's why coloring books are so bad. They don't teach you about anything in visual language. They basically just want you to be the typist. Either want you to copy. They have like trace, very very light line, let you to trace out the line, or it's given the line, the shapes are given, and you just do the shading or color. So you're not gonna learn anything. You basically waste a lot of time to do the typing work and not knowing anything about the language. So the a good way to learn language is think about everything in shapes and forms. For the guy I just showed you, you can think of the head. I usually just draw very rough shape, just show where the how big the thing is and where the things goes, and like that. To start out, it doesn't really matter, like, right? You just want the idea. You want to get the proportion right, and then after that you can think about, okay, this thing, the head, it's a circle. but it's not like a perfect circle or sphere. If you think in forms, you need to cut something out like that. You need to cut the front of the face out, right? Right, see that? You want to cut this part out. It becomes a plane. That's where the eyes are. It becomes a face. Otherwise, it's just round sphere. And then the head. You're gonna put the head on top of the head, right? On top of the head. It's you can think of it's as it's upside down cone like that, and then cut out the bottom part and just leave the top, right? Like that. And if you can see through the head, and it'd be like this, right? This part. I'm gonna see through the cone. It's gonna be like this. So that's what you should think about when you draw. So you want to think about in shapes and forms. If you do painting, which is not um, it's not the subject of this channel, painting, I'll probably create another channel for color and painting in the future. But right now, let's focus on drawing, which is a subset of visual language. And so after that, you wanna when you draw, you wanna draw quickly. Okay, if you draw it too slowly, you end up trying to trace the outline, like typing out each letters, which is pretty bad. So you want to draw quickly, just like how you write. Think of yourself as a writer. You don't want to get stuck in writing letters. You want to write words, like how you write words. You write really quickly, right? You don't care about each letter, how each letter look. You just want, as long as the word um, it's recognizable. Okay, you can read that. That's fine. It won't affect your writing in any way. The same with the drawing. You want to draw each like shapes really quickly, like how you write. And sketch out the shapes. And you're learning the language, and you're not doing the production. Like some comic artists, they spend hours to get the exact shape right and everything. That's not what we do here. See that's little jaw. It's pretty round. It's not like perfect round, but uh, for adults, it's a lot sharper. And for certain bad guys, it's really sharp, making more like maniac. So the eyebrows over here, cute big eyes. Goku family all have like big eyes. I think big eyes are cuter. It's like just say like, okay, I'm a good guy without saying I'm a good guy. But I have cute big eyes. And after the face it's you can think about face as a cube or like combination of cube and sphere. And the light, if light coming out from here, right, you see this part is bright, This part is bright, this part's gently give shade to the side, bottom, like that. And there'll be shade here too, right? That's you think about the face. So even I don't draw this part, you still need to think that way. Just like, okay, I'm not gonna write the whole words or whole sentence. Like I'm just gonna write ha, r, you. You still know what I'm writing about. That's the same with not drawing every plane, but you still know, okay, there's a plane over here. And you're thinking about the plane over here too. That's the body. That's including the length of the legs. I think it's still too long, a little bit too long. It's probably about here. And you enjoy the okay. See that? This part. That's the arm. It's like weird shape of a tube, a pipe. It's like a pipe. And if you give it a shade, you see the volume a bit better. See that? That's what you think about. So not think about, oh, I'm gonna copy this outline like that. I think about shapes and forms. The neck it's like that, right? The neck. It's also like that, the color. And you just draw it quickly without getting stuck with the exact shape and form. You want to be in the flow and not getting stuck with each letter. You want words and sentences. Yeah, like Goku. He has a tail. If you squeeze the tail, it's gonna turn into a big monkey. Okay, after that, so the legs goes up like that. You don't see it, but you still need to kind of like think about where the legs should go. Very important, because if you don't, sometimes your legs are not on the hips, right? The hips over here. You can use sort of like scaffolding lines to hint, okay, the word, if the leg, if the foot, you stand the foot and the legs will be here and it's connected to the hips. All right, let's give it a shade. Clean up the lines a little bit. I generally don't care much about the lines being a bit messy. If I want it clean, I probably draw it in digital, get the exact shape and everything. But right, when you're learning, all you care is about learning the language, and not by doing like a perfect portrait or drawing. Okay, that's here. So you think about how do I put the head onto the neck? How to put the arms onto the shoulders? That's what you should think about when you draw, because they are individual parts, right? Different parts, different shapes and forms. How do you put them together? And you have to position all those forms correctly and do all this calculation in your head. If you don't want to do the other scaffolding lines on paper, it's like when you do math, right? You can either do all the calculation in your head, so you don't show each step of your calculation, or you can just do everything on paper showing each steps, right? Let me think about something else. Can add here. Think okay, for the clothes, usually you want to show a bit full, right? So even it's like more shape than forms. In your head, you still need to think about the forms. Okay, this fold shows you can think in planes if the shape is not like exact, sort of like, right, that's part of the shape like that. Then you cut the top off and you have the shape, but you need a bit of fold here, so it shows, okay, this part, okay, fold it in. If you want to show every plane, it becomes something like this, right? And then you fold it in and fold it out. That's right. You need to think of those things. That's what goes in your head when you draw clothing. I hope you enjoy this video and hope you learn something.